Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. We could potentially have some major World of Warcraft content updates on the horizon. Recently, an encrypted version of the patch 9.2.5 has been discovered on the PTR, which could mean this exciting cross-faction World of Warcraft update might be playable over on the testing realms very soon. And like previous expansions, this is likely the very last patch update for Shadowlands, which could contain possibly hints and spoilers of what the next expansion could be. Besides the 9.2.5 encrypted vendor build, we also get some hints at a possibility that Wrath of the Lich King Classic could be announced very soon. Today, I wanted to go over all of these exciting updates and what they could mean for the future of World of Warcraft going forward. But right before that, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are reminded, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as hit the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to see more patch 9.2 content, guides, and updates, and potentially patch 9.2.5 PTR news and updates, and possibly future WoW expansion announcements. The very much anticipated patch 9.2.5 has made it over on the PTR as an encrypted version. This means that the patch is there privately but isn't quite ready for the public consumption just yet. However, because there's already an encrypted build, it could be coming to the PTR very soon. This update is likely to follow the same schedule of patch 9.2. When 9.2 initially got its vendor encrypted build, there was roughly 2 to 3 weeks before the update finally was ready for testing over on the public test realms. Even though this is just a 0.5 patch of World of Warcraft, which are generally a non-major content update, this one could potentially be the biggest 0.5 patch of World of Warcraft and the most influential, since this update is promising cross-faction for World of Warcraft. All instance content like raiding, Mythic Plus dungeons, organized PvP, arenas, and battlegrounds will have players grouping up together across the two factions. Normally as players, we're separated whether we pick our colors of Alliance or Horde. And while on average, the faction split of populations is supposed to be as close to a 50-50 split as Blizzard can manage it, the end game content like Mythic Plus dungeons, rated PvP, and raiding, population-wise, especially at the high end, favors heavily towards the Horde. Over the last few expansions of Warlords of Draenor, Legion, as well as Battle for Azeroth, we've seen a lot of high-end guilds and players favoring the Horde more. Likely certain Horde ratios were just far more superior for specific raid fights. But from there it grew more into a social issue. Other players trying to aspire to be the best of the best felt that they had to play Horde to be more competitive, and their friends may have wanted to stick together, so they also went over to the Horde so that friends could continue playing with friends. Eventually, the problem grew beyond high-end content. You simply had more dungeon choices, whether you want to do some high-end Mythic Pluses or weekly 15s over with the Horde. There was a much larger player pool of players to play arenas with when looking for partners when pushing for 2s or 3s. And when trying to get recruited into a high-end raiding guild or even a casual guild, some players found the Horde faction to simply have the numbers that the Alliance was lacking. Even if on paper the ratios for Alliance are a little bit stronger. And even if Blizzard tried to correct the faction disbalance by over-buffing the ratios of Alliance even further, if these measures prove to be way too successful, you would simply have the shoe on the other foot. Players would migrate from the Horde to the Alliance, and then you would be in the same situation down the line, trying to find a way to correct it back towards in favor of the Horde. Patch 9.2.5 is looking to solve that issue by allowing players to play instanced pre-made content with any player from any faction. Cross-faction is intended as an opt-in feature, where by default the game will separate the Alliance and the Horde unless the player chooses to enable the cross-faction functionality. This gives players more choices, more groups that are running Mythic Plus dungeons, more variety in different arena partners that you can pick from, opportunity for you to potentially find raids and even raiding guilds through this cross-faction gameplay. And most importantly, no matter what faction you are, Alliance or Horde, friends will still be able to play together no matter the colors they choose to fly. However, not everything will be by default cross-faction. Random battlegrounds and random dungeons will still be faction specific, and guilds will also be faction specific as well. At least for now, as Blizzard did express their interest in eventually extending that feature towards guilds and communities. They mentioned they will be listening to feedback on this update very closely during the PTR testing. Besides the cross-faction feature, patch 9.2.5 is a 0.5 patch. This means it's not a major content update. However, 0.5 patches generally bring in other quality of life things like class improvements, more tuning for tier sets, legendaries, and class abilities, as well as more alt-friendly benefits. There's always a possibility that Blizzard could improve on any of the Shadowlands systems, like potentially getting renowned might be even easier in this following update, or leveling from level 50 to 60 within Shadowlands could be made that much faster. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what all-friendly benefits and catch-ups would you want Blizzard to add for the patch 9.2.5. Which of the patch 9.2 systems is currently holding you back from playing your alts to the full degree that you would want for Blizzard to make easier in the next content update? Besides the 9.2.5, we also got some new UI elements discovered for the classic version of World of Warcraft. It seems the Wrath of the Lich King Classic could be announced very soon, with players discovering UI elements linked directly to the Wrath of the Lich King assets. I think it's safe to say that the classic World of Warcraft project has been very successful for Blizzard. It gives players the ability to dive back into an older, original version of World of Warcraft and re-experience that expansion and the content all over again. While WoW Classic and TBC Classic definitely drew players towards those expansions, Wrath could potentially be bigger than both of them, as this expansion was the peak of World of Warcraft history. This was the expansion to bring in the very first hero class of World of Warcraft, the Death Knight. Wrath expanded the maximum level to level 80 and expanded the class talent trees even further, building upon previous class iterations. The new profession of inscription was added during this expansion, which brought in many exciting and game-changing glyphs that player classes got to play with. This expansion brought in the new iconic continent of Northwind, filled with very cool Viking villages in the Howling Fjord, and the familiar backwoods forests of Grizzly Hills, the mysterious chambers of the Titans in the Storm Peaks, and the menacing citadel resting in the heart of Icecrown. With the patch 9.2.5 slowly but surely making its way over in the PTR, Blizzard will likely have more expansion reveals specifically regarding the next World of Warcraft expansion. This will likely get tied in together with a potential Wrath of the Lich King Classic announcement, hopefully sometime in the future. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I definitely hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this World of Warcraft update in the comments below. Let me know what you think is the possibility of us potentially receiving a sneak peek in the next few weeks about the next future World of Warcraft expansion. If you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, we have our Discord linked in the description of every single video. Probably the best place to reach me directly if you guys got questions, particularly on some of the guides we'll be doing for patch 9.2, or if you're someone who watches these videos regularly, you should consider joining our Discord to become part of the community. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you in another one.